Okay, we are live. So I'm just going to give it a few seconds here while we wait for everyone to get caught up, get in, and see the announcement. My name is Ron. If you're first time, well, subscribing to the channel and you've wondered what the heck I am doing, well, I'm building a new PC, as you can see right here. I've had the board finally in. We have the memory in. I have the VM2 slot in. I have not installed the water cooling device, nor have installed my new fans, which are going to be these fans that are going to go in. These fans are kind of neat on how they hook up together, and well, I'll be putting these in also. But we got to work on the water cooling system first and get that installed. So what's going to happen is these two brackets I will be removing, and once I remove them, then we can get the special bolts that are made for this water cooler to put in. It's actually a lot simpler than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like about 4 stages I was going to have to do, but apparently it's only going to be 1 stage I have to do. So, yeah, it's going to make it a lot easier. Uh, and just having the time from work. It's been busy. But we're going to get into this, and I'll figure out how I'm going to get around my camera here. Yeah, so you can still see what's going on, and I can get around it. Yeah. First of all, I'm going to take out these brackets and get a better close-up of what I'm doing here. Now, my last machine I built was water cooled, with the idea I wasn't going to be overclocking it or doing anything special. This one I might push it a little bit. Haven't decided yet what I'm going to be doing to this as of yet. As I said, this will be mostly for stable gaming. A little bit of hello viewer, whoever you are, thanks for coming in. This is going to be more for not just for gaming, but more for video editing. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos for the channel. I also have another channel called VA3FUC, which is all based on ham radio equipment, which I will be outfitting a ham radio area soon in the basement, so I can do like FT8, work some other stations. All in all, just having fun. If ham radio is your thing, check out my channel, which is just look up VA3FUC. You'll find my channel. And there goes my backpack. I was afraid that was going to fall down. All right. Now, mostly on this bracket right here, I would take this out, but these are going to stay where they are for what I'm doing. The kit requires a backplate to be put on for any water cooling device. The one we're going to be using is not the one that's in the kit. That's the funny thing. So this kit, which is the Castle, requires me to use the standoffs, which I have in the box over there, which we'll get to in a moment. The question was, am I still going to use these fans for the water cooling? The answer is no, not these fans. Particularly, I'm going to buy another set of fans for the water cooling, and they're going to be from Leanne Lee. The reason I'm using Leanne Lee parts is because everything else I have is Leanne Lee that does all the lighting for my case, so stick with one brand. But this one doesn't support the Leanne Lee, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to wire this to do RGB. And that's the second time it's fallen already. So, first of all, we go into this kit of stuff. So this backplate here, this side's for the Intel case. This side is for AMD, but we don't need this bracket. This bracket will not be required for this build. That's for the old, before the Ryzen system. What we are going to need are these. So we got our thumb screws in here. We got the flat head tech screws. We got the plastic parts that we're not going to be using. Yeah, so this is all that part. What I am looking for is the rounded standoffs. Here it is. This is the AMD kit. So the AMD kit. So get this thing open. We're going to be using these two plates. They're going to attach to the water cooler. And I'll get into that a little bit later. These are for the thread ripper, which we don't need. These are the screws we're going to be using to mount the bracket down. They're just a screw on both ends, threaded, and they're just like a thumb screw that just screws down. So, get that in there right now. Putting my plate back on the back of the motherboard. Okay, this is interesting. Wrong side, maybe? Yep, wrong side. Hopefully you're all having a good night. The one person that's watching. But to anybody else that's watching this later, hopefully you're enjoying this. Watching me go through pain and suffering. Yeah. So what's going to happen is the rackets are going to go up like this. Or it's going to go on like that. Sense. Some way it will go on. Let's put it that way. What I'm not sure about is this being so loose. Probably when the water pressure is on here and that's on there and it pulls it closer, I won't have to worry too much, but that is a little bit of a worry. Just saying. Could be wrong though. So on the water pump, this is all Intel, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is the Intel stuff. This is the Intel. This is for the LGA 20XX. So any of the 20 models will take this. It's not useful for us. Stern run of the TR4 is what I'm supposed to be using. Don't know. Well, continue on with the build. The way it looks like. This is for the fans. And this is for me to mount the rad at the very top of my case. So up here is just a screen. I'm going to take that off. And then we mount the rad up there. But first, what we are going to do is we're going to get the 4 screws on here. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to take this off carefully, not to touch this stuff. And then I'm going to assemble these 2 like that. And the other one like that on here. Or I can assemble it here and here. Chances are I'm going to assemble it here and here. And I'm going to mount the wires going to the water cooling. Because everybody has the saying of, oh, you're doing it wrong for water cooling. I watched 18 videos and they all say the same thing. So I'm going to go with what they're all saying, which is mounted. This is going to be mounted downward with the rad up towards the wires. And then this is going to be wired down and around, and it's going to sit with the hose lines going down on here. That's what we're looking at right there. So hopefully that will work. Let's see. Hey! Red Light, no long time no see. How you doing, buddy? Hopefully you've been doing well. It's been a little while, but yeah. Just putting together a new PC. Bought this about almost a month ago, and I just haven't had the time to really work on it. And I've been on kind of a elongated situation, so I just have time now to actually finish this. So, yay! So I was just trying to explain which way I'm going to mount this first, and how I'm going to get this all wired up. Wire cooling is fun, not, but yeah. So the fans are going to be down position. I believe the fans are going to be in a pull position, so it's going to pull air in. A lot of people would say, well, why don't you have the air push up? Well, you're pushing hot air back inside the case. Not what I want to do. I want to push the hot air out of the case. So, looking at this, I'd have it, so air going in. So I want it to be this way. So, according to air position here, says it's pushing the air this way with the arrow pointing that way. So the fans are going to be going this way, pushing the fan air up through the vent. That's what I want to do. I want to push the heat away from the rad, not pull it through the rad. I'll push the hot air out of the case. Actually, no, I want to pull it into the case. So I want these to be the opposite way. So if I want to pull air in, I want to flip it this way. Yeah. Well, I don't like the look of that, though. I don't know. Yeah, pushing air out would be the better way, but that would just be... This is taking cooling off the wrong way. And if I'm putting it in, I want this to be down, so I want the fans to face, cable to face this way. So when I put it in, I can feed the fans. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. So we'll put the screws on. Bag of screws, we want to use the long ones here, and get it assembled. Yeah, I know my mumbling is a little bit annoying. Trust me. I know. But when you're putting these things together, you're basically figuring out, how am I going to set this thing up? Yeah, you tend to mumble to yourself a lot. It happens. Now, the idea is later I'll probably buy some uni fans. No, John, I've been building this PC for a week now. I've already built like a good portion of it. I'm just getting the water cooling set up finally. Yes, all water cooling. I want to get this water cooling figured out before I start installing all the goodies. Like the power supply, the everything else gets put in there next. This is the slowest part of the build. It's this water cooling system because one, I don't want to puncture the rad. Number two, I want this to work right. I want to make sure I got the right configuration set up. Okay, I'll check out Slack in a few minutes. Hopefully you're doing well, John, and everything's well with you and your family and everything else. And thanks for joining the live stream. So I'll show you guys in a second what I'm doing here. Because I know you guys can't see this on camera. And honestly, it's nothing that, wow, that's so amazing type situation. So I got these in a pull configuration right now, the fans. So this is a pull configuration. So air is going to come out through here, going to be pulled through the fence, and then out through here. This at least gives a little bit more air into the system. It helps with cooling down the system, especially when we got LAN here. And we are also going to have a big video card right here, baby. Right down on the floor. It's the 3070 Ti. Big ass video card. I'm just upset I didn't go with the big one. The 3090 Ti from from EVGA for the win version 3. The 2.5, the one's over $2,000. It'll be $3,000 Canadian dollars. Am I upset that I didn't go for it? No, I'm just kidding with you guys. I would not buy that video card. Yeah, who wants to buy a video card that's worth that much? Well, yeah, because that video card does a lot of good stuff. You have no idea. When it comes to what I do, which is video editing, and yes, I do get paid on the side for video editing. I've worked for a couple of people, done their videos, done their editing, made them signs, the whole 9 yards. That's when you get excited about video cards. Because the rendering time that takes me to render a video will drastically go down. Like, I don't have to render for 3 hours. I can now render under maybe 2 hours and get a video out to a customer faster than I ever did beforehand. So yeah, there's reasons to be excited about that. Okay, so there's the fans all in there. Now what we're going to do, turn this over. And because I want the pipelines to be facing at this end here of the rad, we're going to put it in here like that. And what I am going to do, I'm going to get a screw and line it up and then tighten it down on either side, and then I can start putting in the have the rad set up. So This part is the tricky part. Putting your rat in the case. And you're only one person. And you only have one hand. And your live stream. I don't know how many more hands I can add, but yeah. Pain. Okay. Okay. Go down there like so. So why am I going water cooling if I'm not going to do any overclocking? Well, there's a couple of reasons for I like water cooling over this any day of the week. Number one, I don't want a big chunky air fan in my thing. I understand that, you know, when a pump dies, it's hard to diagnose when a pump dies. But at the same thing, I can't stand wind noise. I've had air coolers in the past, and they drove me up the wall. Don't want to ask me why, but high pitch wind whistling sounds drive my ears batty. Though then again, I've been told that my ears are very sensitive to sound, which makes me an excellent person for being a musician. But I'm not doing that anymore, so. But I can still hear certain tin sounds, that type of thing, and it just drives my ears batty. It's hard to explain. It's almost like a constant high-pitched whistle, almost, to me. It's what it sounds like. And it's just on the edge of driving me up the wall to I can't take it anymore. And it's something I've always had since I was a young kid. High-pitched noises drive my ears batty. They make them sore, it makes them ache. It's weird. Yet, the high-pitched sound of a 3D printer, you know, fans don't bother me so much. But yeah, believe it or not, the mortars, though, on a 3D printer, if they're not TMC, not using the right TMC drivers, yeah, they'll annoy me too. I don't know why they do, but they just do. There we go. All right. I have 4 screws in there. That should hold it in there right now. Oh. Yeah, okay. So with this new year and new experiences, has anybody built a new PC? And if you have, did you go water cooling? Did you go air cooling? Would you want to go water cooling? Okay, there we go. Nice custom loop. Awesome. So, oh, sorry, man. So I also have Twitter running here, and he says he has a custom loop in his. That is awesome, man. If I had the time and I had the effort and I had the willpower, yeah, I would definitely put in a custom loop. But for me, it's more of I don't have the time anymore. And trust me, I would love to put a custom loop in this machine if I had the time and money. It's a money/time situation for me. You know, I work every day, then I come home, and then I work again on videos and everything else. So for me, But don't get me wrong. If I could do a custom loop, I would do a custom loop in this thing. In this case, has more than enough room for it. So what am I running? Ryzen 5600G with 16 gigs of RAM. Running a 512 MSSD, VM2, I should say. Drive, 5600X, sorry. And yeah, that's basically about it. The board is just your basic everyday Prime B 550 plus. So you get a couple extra bells and whistles, but not much on this board. This board is basically very simple. Why? Well, if I do some gaming, I'm going to do some gaming. But if I do gaming, so I do get some gaming done. What's this? Windows update. Go away. Snooze. Yeah, this is Corsair 5000 case. This is the Corsair 5000 Airflow. It was on sale. So I said, yeah, bigger the case. I'm used to the bigger case. I like a bigger case, personally, myself. It allows me more room to work inside the case whenever I need to fix something. I've always been a person that believes in a bigger case. Easier to get my stupid hands in there, the better. Because with my hands, there's like the size of giants. I hate having big hands sometimes. Curse of being a man. Big hands. Ha! No, Barry. No, Kuma, you're not. I had to go back to work, eh? Damn. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I got these fans I'm going to be installing next. These are Lian Li fans. These are RGB. So I'm looking forward to getting these fans in. The nice, neat thing about these fans are, let me just grab another Lian Li fan here. So you got a set of three. These are about 300. These set me back about $200 Canadian. You got to remember, I'm in Canada, so it's a little bit different. But what's nice about these fans is, where is it? Is they're a little bit picky to get together, but once they're together, this is snapping together like that. And then all you need is run one power to it. All three of them will run off of one power jack. Kind of nice. I haven't seen fans do that. Work-life balance. Memories of light bulb. No, this is going to make the box of light look like the box of cheap design. So what is he talking about when he says the box of light? My old computer, the one I still use to this day, my i7 core processor, Ivy Bridge. I put in LEDs before LEDs were a thing. I bought some red LEDs from of all places, Walmart. They had them on sale, $2. $10 for 2 strips of red lights, and I went, ooh, those are nice reds. And they were bright red, matched the case fans that were in my case, which were all red. So I was like, ooh, okay, cool. I'll just pick up these. Lo and behold, to my knowledge, they were brighter than my freaking LEDs in my case. So now my case looks like a freaking toaster. But in this case, no, I'm going to go with I don't know what type of lighting scheme I'm going to go with. but I know I'm going to have to go rainbow, unfortunately. Now, the reason I'm going with why I say rainbow, unfortunately, is because this case doesn't have enough RGB detection. All my RGB seems to run off of this little guy right here, this 3-pin. All my other RGB addressable options are 4. So everything's going to run off of this one right down here, which is going to be a royal pain in the butt. Let me just turn this around so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So, okay, so follow me right here. This little thing right here. There's a little white one there. I know it's hard to see, but I can make this more clear for you guys. That is my only RGB addressable port I have available. That accepts the 3-pin. All my other RGB addressables are 4-pin. So that's the only 3-pin. All the equipment that I'm using requires 3-pin. Yeah, imagine how I feel. Ah! So, yeah, I'm going to have to do that. I'm still not happy with this, though. Maybe that will get addressed. I don't know. Let's see. Which way do they want me to put this bracket on? So the AMD, so this is the AMD 4 one. So it says I'm supposed to take those things off, which I already did. Then it tells me to put these thumb screws in, which I've done. Then they tell me to put this clip on. Now this is the AMD 4 ones, so they want it to be on this side and that side, okay? With the things facing. Do they want that? I guess they want that facing down because they're supposed to use a flat. Yeah, these are supposed to be using the flat end. And then use the screws to screw it down, and supposedly it holds it all together. So we'll try that. Okay, later, John. And let's see. Oh, the PC one. Oh, yeah, the one I built in the acrylic case. Well, the acrylic case wasn't really that lit up. So the 3-pin carries an addressable information, including with it is positive, negative, and ground. 5 volts positive. According to what I can find and read, it seems that the other one is 4 volts positive, is 12 volt positive, but it runs on but one pin is addressable. And apparently that is not used that often. I don't know why, but apparently the 3-pin is more preferred than the 4-pin. I don't get it. The 4-pin is the new standard, so I don't know if it something has to do with the power load or what could be causing it, but yeah, it seems to be the one that a lot of people don't like or don't care for. Okay, there's the AMD. This is the stuff I don't need. Okay, put that off to the side, put those off to the side, and put this off to the side. Done. And done. Okay. I have these two. I see one screw here. Where's the rest of them? That's not one of them. This was the case with all the screws in it. I can only find one of the screws. That's not good. Where do the screws go to? There they are. I thought I lost the bag for some strange reason. I stepped in. Having people ever heard? Da 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 da. Oh boy. Don't know why that song just popped in my head. If anybody's ever familiar with the music of my generation, you probably know what song I was humming there. Have you people ever heard of closing the da 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 da? Let's see if anybody knows what song I was humming there. Go ahead, try answering that question. What was I humming? No, you're not the only viewer. Believe it or not, there's more viewers on the YouTube side. Yes, so I have YouTube and I have Twitch. Streaming at the same time. Just for the people that are watching on YouTube, hey, come over to Twitch too. Don't be surprised. And, help me get up there. Because the faster I grow this channel, the better I will be. Believe it or not, I'm going to do a little bit more stuff on Twitch than I will be doing on YouTube. YouTube is mostly going to be for my non-live events, and I'm going to make Twitch my live event host. That way, you guys get more content on either channel. And on Twitch, I usually just do gaming mostly, but believe it or not, I'm planning on getting that computer set up, become my new streaming station. And if I can get it set up properly enough, who knows? Maybe I'll get it set up that I can run FT8 on there. And you guys can watch a little bit of FT8 action. If you guys have no idea what FT8 is, it's a format for amateur radio where we can send signal reports back and forth over the power of the web. Well, we don't use the web. We use the amateur radio, but it's a digital format. That we're using, where we don't have to talk to people, we just have to send them reports back and forth. So FT8 is starting to become standard in the amateur radio business, so don't be surprised if you see more people using FT8 or people talking about FT8. It is a lot of fun. It can be a little bit better because, okay, right now with conditions, they're getting better for doing amateur radio. What do I mean by that? I mean, we're starting to see a change in the sunspots. So sunspots have a lot to do with the amateur radio community. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm going to have to put it in this way? Which way do I have to put this in? Yeah, I got to put it that way. Okay. Give me a second here, people. I'll get these thumb screws on here, and I'll be free to talk again. Ah! Damn, thermal paste. So if you're curious of what I was hoping, since no one seemed to answer the question, and only one person seemed to be knows what song I'm talking about, it was Panic at the Disco. Have any people ever heard of closing your goddamn door? No. You know? Because it has the word God and D in the word is considered a swear lyric. Damn was never considered a swear word. But maybe adding God to it is considered a swear word. I don't know. I can understand the F word. I can understand the S word. B seems to be becoming the B word seems to be like in regular language. I mean, I never hear the B word ever get censored. So I don't understand why that song gets censored. But oh well. Oh shoot. That fan fell. That fan did fall. Oh shoot. Oh shoot me. Oh shooty. Oh shoot. Uh-huh. So those two fans did not fell. Hey. That what should have fell back under there. Yeah, so that slides under there. Come on. One of my fans just popped out of the hole that was pushed through. So I'm just trying to readjust it here. For the rad. I hate when this happens. Mm-hmm. Is it this that's causing the issue? I see what's going on. I see it. Okay. There we go. That's one, that's two. And where's the third one? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Whew. Oh boy. Scared if that one of them didn't go through properly. Okay, well that's good. Whew. Now you're the bear dent over on the YouTube side. Now it's only showing one person watching. Weird. Okay. So this has a door on the back for doing like water cooling when you have to put it down on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the lid back on here. And this is the Corsair lid. I'm not going to have to worry about this. I just got to remember how this goes on again. It's going this way. No. It's on this way right here. Yeah, that's where it is. Okay. There, done. Wire cooling is now engaged. Now up in the front. Now all we have to do is plug in wires. And I love that they don't put wire labels on these, so I know what these are these. This is for what? Doesn't say. Cute. Thank you very much, Castle, for not putting notes. You put notes on all the other wires, but not those two wires. Crying out loud. Okay, I know one of them is power. So I gotta use a special power thing for it. And I know the other one connects to the fan. Connects to like an I/O port on the back of here. I think it connects down there. Connects into one of those. But I know that this needs its own power, and I need to plug in the fans into one wire, which is not here either. So I'll have to go get those. I'll be right back. Let's see what else we need here. Instruction booklet. Because that controls the pump. That controls the pump. Okay, so I'm gonna put it into pump. And I got to plug the fans in. So the fan over. Okay. So that fan over and that fan is insane. So okay, back. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see what I miss. Not much. Okay, good. All right. So according to this, looking at this specifically, looks like I have a AIO pump, which the AIO pump is for the water pump. So I have an AIO port for that. And I don't see the instruction booklet for the castle anywhere around here, which I did have. It just now disappeared. Yay! I hate my AA life. Okay, so I plugged the AIO into the IO part. That I do know, but the other part is not listed here. So these are fan headers? Yeah. The fan plugs. The hell? Okay, I have no idea what any of these are. This is the PWM cable. What the hell? SATA? HDMI? Yeah, I know that part. That cable I'm not even familiar with. Wow, what the? Audio cable, okay. Power switch, yep. I understand what these little cables are for. But I'm more concerned is where my fan headers are. Okay, CPU fan A112. For CPU fan. Okay. Okay, so it's a small little one there. Thank God we got flashlights on cell phones. I swear, it makes building so much more easier. Yeah. Which one do I want to use, though? CPU fan is the first one. Okay. So these two pieces that I threw over here, this allows me to connect this to a power lead so I can control the RGB through a remote. It's not going to be the way I would like to do it, but it's the only way I can do it, unfortunately. I'm not going to play around with a multimeter and try to figure out what pin does what and then try to wire it directly into the IO, and that just seems like a lot more work than what it needs to be. So I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I will be setting this up in such a way that we can make it work. Okay, come on. Yeah, gotcha. There you go. And we'll wire this in hidden. I'll make it disappear. Probably wire it under here and just wire it into this port right here. And then we can wire it into the back. Or if I got room, I'll try to pass it through an upper level one. Something that's out of the way so people don't notice it too much. There we go. Wire it in the back, and then I'll attach this to there. This one here. Will be hidden by these. So I just set the wire behind this wire here, this bracket here. Okay, then I'm going to come up and around here. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so wrap it around here. Go to there. All right, that's what we're going to have to do. This we're going to have to do. And for that one, go back to the light. AIO pump. Oh, shoot. The AIO pump doesn't want to fit. That's cute. Remember, these things used to be simple and easy. Think that's how it goes in. Yeah, it looks like all the pins are in there, except for one, which maybe that's because this one doesn't accept that type of pin. So I'm not going to be too worried about that. Yeah, it looks like it's in. Yeah, so that's in there. This wire right here is plugged into the IO port. So hopefully that's going to work. And I'll just tuck this around here and just make it a little bit more neat and tidy than it needs to be, you know. Tuck some stuff behind certain areas of the passengers and such. Make it look nice, neat, and tidy. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just neat enough that I'm not complaining about it. There we go. That should do it. Okay. That's done. Next part. Peel off the mirror. Still a little loose. So I might have to tighten those up a little. Oh yeah. Gotta tighten these up. And here. There we go. Now it's all tightened up good. Now we address these, the fans. Yeah. The fan adapter right here, the fan control board. The media of this wires. Here's my thoughts. I don't need it. The fan control board that's right here. It's not required. Let me turn this around so you guys can see a little bit better. Sorry. That fan control board is not required. Maybe in older systems when we had tons of fans in them, I can see a need for it. But in this system build, I don't think I'm ever going to use it. So I'm going to unscrew this from here and just get rid of it. This fan here and this fan here, I'm going to keep this fan. I'm chucking this fan out because I got these 3 lighted fans that are going to replace those. So my thought is chuck it, put these fans in, and use the Leanne Lee fan control board. This is it right here to control the fans that I'm going to be using. And it has the I/O port, has all the plugs I need to plug in to get this thing up and running. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we'll take this out. I got a stack bag I can put this into. I got like one of those Ziploc stack bags, so I'm not too worried. So if we do need it, we can always put it back in. And my theory is I'm going to take this one out. Let's take my fan right here. The fan controls. Yeah. Trust me, this is all going to be re-strapped back in very soon. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to wire this in to this. There we go. And this will be wired up and around back down. Back into the channel like that. Once I get the power supply in. The other thing is I gotta move this chassis here. And I see it right here. So these 2 thumb screws down here, which I know you guys can't really see too well. Unfortunately, black case, hard to see. These 2 screws right here are thumb screws. Need to loosen these off, and then I can move this over as far as I can to here. And then I can put the power supply in here. Enough room for clearance. So, yay. Thumb screws are harder to move. And I got a nubby screwdriver. Sorry about that, everybody. How to find a knobby screwdriver. So this is just a knob tile. And it won't fit. So breaks out the multi-tap screwdriver. Use it as a wrench. There we go. Yay. Yeah, I got it. There we go. So, pull this up so you guys can see what I'm doing. So this is one of the drive bays that we have for the hard drives to go into. So I'm going to move this over to the far end of the box. Somewhere around there. So that there's still a lot of room in here, but we can easily put the drives in here. Because I got a couple of spinning drives going in here. 3.5 inch. And I know this question is going to pop up too. Well, hang on. You have spinning drives in here. Why would you want those? Okay, so with any hard drive that we're using, we got to write to the hard drive for scratch files. Scratch files are files that are written by your PC for doing stuff like video editing. You don't want all your scratch files to write directly to an SSD, and then the SSD becomes corrupted. No, whatever. So if something gets if the scratch file writes one too many times, it can affect the drive, and then it won't boot up properly anymore. And you want to fix that as soon as possible. So, hence the reason why I am putting drives in there, because they're going to become scratch drives. Just save on time memory. I do run SSDs. I am going to be running an SSD in here also, just for games and accessing fast files. But mostly it's going to be for, like I said, video editing. It's going to be the main thing of this PC. And that's the reason why I have those. Simple, easy, complete. Makes sense. Hopefully to you guys. So, The heart of all this build. Just make sure I got enough wires here. CPU, yep. CPU to CPU to CPU. Okay. Because those two go to the CPU. Okay. SATA, good. 2 SATA cables. Going power. VGA. Gotta figure out which one I'm going to need. Molex. Don't think I'll be using that. CPU. This is probably the one I'm going to be using. No, because that's 2 of them going out to the CPU. This doesn't have 2 of them going out to it. VGA. You need a 4-pin. Yeah, so this is going to be the one that's going to go. This is going to be card. Yeah. Velcro straps, so it's good to have. I got a lot of SATA in here. A lot of cables for VGA power, so that's good. More Molexes so you can stick at. Okay, good. All the power cables we need are here. That's what I want to check out. And the power supply we went with is 1000 P2 from EVGA. Yes, overkill. Definitely. But there's a saying I have, more power the better. And if I end up running the secondary video card, and I want to in this thing, then yeah, I'm going to need that extra power, anyways. And overclocking, all that nice little stuff. So we're going to take out this fan, 4 screws. So there's the 3 stands already pre-assembled. And they just go in like so. Yeah. So maybe over time, these fans will replace the fans over the rad. And maybe we'll put this lighter ones in there. to have them look low, so they look cool. There it is. That's it. One power cable, 6 ends. So I'll probably just run on the bottom here. So this cable has enough length to run. Yep, not a problem. So it has enough length to run it. So I'm not having no problem wiring this up because I'll probably wire it down like that, across there, and then we'll figure out a way to wire it in. So first of all, I got to get this fan stuck in there. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. I might put a screw here and a screw here just to give it a little extra strength, but not really needed. I mean, they connect together so well that they actually work. Like you can put on 4 screws and they'll probably work the same amount. But just be on the safe side. I probably would be better off to put 2 more screws in there, maybe 4. I don't know. Debating it right now. Because really, if I put 2 across here or 2 across here, I mean, I'll just put in 4. Just make it safe. Just be on the safe side. Less chance of it rattling. And plus, I have a whole bunch of screws here anyway, so it's not like I'm going to use all of them. Now this I wish came with Ziploc. Came with Ziploc bags or something. There we go. Found bag. Small bag. That'll do the trick. There we go. Well, it's in a pretty tight. No problem. That's going to fall out. So, not too worried about that. So the first things first is I gotta get that 3 port to 1 wired up for the fan. So this is the little wire that give me. So it goes off to 3 fans that are in here already for the rad, and that's what this is for. So you got your 1, 2, 3, and then this one's going to go straight to the fan. Okay. Oops. No, I want to get it in my clip. Come on, that. There we go. Yeah. No, I can do. They probably push it through and then push it down so the wires just dangles a little. You know what? Can I? Wire management. So much fun in PCs. That's the fun part of the machine. Doing wire management. Yeah, I can drop it right down here. Down there. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Okay. That wire is now through. Really, the rest of this is fairly simple. But since you're all here, well, I'll just show you. going to do this here for this purpose. Take all wires out of the equation. There we go. So this is from the first fan. Fan number 1. Fan number 2. Fan number 3. And that is all said and done. And then what I can do is just put 2 wire wraps there and wire that up. So that's done. This I haven't done anything yet with. So I'm just straightening it, figure out what I want to do. Probably put one there, and then I'll probably put one here and then wire it in like that. Okay, so we're going to need the control base. So this is the Lian Li fan, Unifan control panel. So this is going to be wired right here, I think. Would be the best bet. Or I could just wire it here and just have it, has a magnetic back to it. So it'll just stay there. And stay out of its, and then everything just stays out of its way. Just stay right there. I'll probably flip it upside down, of course, because it has to be upside down. So you can plug into the ports in the back here. Yeah. Or I can wire it in here in the second bay. It really is up to me, really, isn't it? Well, I'm probably gonna put my SSD here. I'll probably make my second one. Now that I think about it. So I'm gonna probably have to go and get some Velcro tomorrow or Monday. Put this on. But basically, it's going to mount there. This is going to be mounted down. I'm going to have all the wires. I got to find the rest of the wires for this, which is not a good sign right now. Get this all wired up. I believe that this is the main port. I got to find the other stuff for this. But yeah, you're 1, 2, 3, 4 all plugged into here. So all these will plug into this. And I believe this has some extra wires for the I/O port, like this one right here. This is for a water cooler. Well, find the wires that we need. So the wires I need are, let's look here. Let's look at this control port. I love angles like something like this. Yeah, I'll figure out how to get this all plugged in. But I'm going to end it here because I'm getting tired, and this I can do. I can get wired up, and I can show you guys the wiring later. Anyways, I'm going to call it a night, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a nice one, and we'll catch you in the next one. Which will probably be tomorrow night, hopefully. At least I hope it's tomorrow night. Anyways, guys, thanks, everyone. Bye.